All right, we are good to start.
I'd like to call this meeting to order at 7:01 p.m. So we'll first start off with roll call.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Okay. Youth Commissioner Rogno.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Bender.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Chu. Youth Commissioner Ng.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Garcia.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Ada He. Youth Commissioner Carmen He. Youth Commissioner Hune.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Ahmad Kadamuri.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Drew Kadamuri.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Kim.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Kazarli.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Lister.
Here.
Youth Commissioner Wolf.
Here.
Now we will move on to the approval of the minutes for the January 10th special meeting.
Okay, when I call roll call, just say aye. Youth Commissioner Aragno.
Sorry, Emily, sorry, 1 second. We need to have a motion to approve it and then a second, and then we do the vote.
I motion to approve the minutes for the January 10th special meeting.
I second that.
Who was that?
Caitlin.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now when you hear your name, just say aye. Youth Commissioner Aragno.
Aye.
Youth Commissioner Bender.
I abstain.
Youth Commissioner Ng.
Aye.
Youth Commissioner Garcia.
Aye.
Youth Commissioner Hune.
Aye.
Youth Commissioner Ma Kadamuri.
Aye.
Youth Commissioner Dharuv Kadamuri.
Aye.
Youth Commissioner Kim.
Aye.
Youth Commissioner Kazarli.
Aye.
Youth Commissioner Lister.
Aye.
And then Youth Commissioner Wolf.
Aye.
Now moving on to oral requests. Are there any public comments? All right, so are there any announcements?
I do have an announcement because I forgot to put it on the agenda, so I'll make an announcement about it and we can talk about it more next time it's on the agenda. But there has been a little of a task force that came together in Campbell by someone led by someone named Bob. I haven't met him in person yet, but apparently he's kind of worked with the city before. But he put together a bit of a task force that really wants to help out do some events for the teens and stuff. And they've kind of put a good chunk of funds together, and they want to sponsor some big events for, Campbell teens. So they're looking for ideas. These can be, this is a great way to hold an event that's kind of a bigger function that we don't have to worry too much about the budget as much. So they will be looking for ideas from us, and just something to think about. It's just an announcement today because it's not on the agenda, but think of some bigger ideas that we could possibly bring to them to have them put together for us. So that would be great.
Would it be possible to have a meeting with them or something to kind of discuss rather than reaching out and stuff? That way we can have a direct line of communication with them to see what they've done or whatever, and then kind of see how we can add on to the task force. I feel like that'd be a bit more effective if that's possible.
Yeah, definitely. I can invite them to our next meeting.
All right, so now moving on to old business. So going over the Youth Commission work plan and subcommittee development. First up, we have college and beyond.
Okay, so we need to work on planning the job fair, and I guess we're gonna have a subcommittee meeting soon to talk about this. But yeah, we're just need to discuss how we're going to do this thing remotely. And then this year, I think Julie told us it'll be like more on us, and so we need to like make sure we advertise well. And yeah, that's about what we have planned so far.
Anything from the other commissioners? Or any questions? Any public comments?
No public comments. For people that weren't at the meeting yesterday, we would like to have each person try to find some kind of job opportunity in Campbell. Try to find some business that is hiring, and we're going to kind of report back at our next meeting to see if we've found businesses or if it's really, hard to find businesses and we need to figure out something else for the job fair. So make a note of that to try to find a business that's hiring teens kind of in the Campbell area by our next meeting.
All right, since there are no public comments, now academic subcommittee.
Well, of course, we recently did a trivia night, so we're planning to maybe do a few more of those, and also maybe have a book exchange sort of thing, a virtual reading to younger kids, or poetry or short story writing contest and sort of things like that. We're going to be meeting tomorrow, I believe, to discuss more on what we will be doing, but that's what we have so far.
Any comments or questions from the commissioners? Any public comments?
No public comments.
All right, next, civic engagement subcommittee.
Yes, so yesterday at our meeting, we discussed some ideas for what we can do for coffee and politics this spring. So we have a meeting this Friday to kind of come up with and finalize some ideas so that we can start reaching out to politicians. And so that's what we have planned for this week.
Any questions or comments from the commissioners?
Kind of curious who has come to the coffee and politics in the past. Does anyone remember?
Yeah, so talk about coffee and politics. That was we did it the first time last year. And what happened was normally it was like a really great number of Westmont kids showed up. We had a lot of local politicians. So Mayor Landry, or before she was actually in office, she was there. We had ex-mayor Paul come up, a bunch of other local politicians as well, or part of other commissions as well, came. It was like a really chill thing. People would come, students came and go, but most stayed till the end. So that's kind of the turnout.
I think we also had the superintendent for the school district, and I think that was also pretty cool to get to know the person who's making the decisions that directly impact our schools.
Awesome.
Any other questions or comments from the commissioners? Any public comments?
No public comment.
All right, environment subcommittee.
Okay, so yesterday, right after our special meeting, we had the subcommittee meeting, and then there we set down dates for the Jeopardy event that we were planning. And we set it for 2-26, so it's a Friday night thing, and then we set the time for 7:30 p.m. And we also defined a target audience, and that was 3rd to 5th graders and their families. And then we're currently firming up categories, and then we're going to work on the questions. So if anybody knows any great Jeopardy apps we can use, we'd love those suggestions. And then we'll work on advertising and have like all the ads ready 2 weeks before, so we can start advertising and taking RSVPs.
We, like the academic subcommittee, we had a Jeopardy event, and the one that we use that I think works really well is called Jeopardy Labs, like jeopardylabs.com. It's free, like you don't have to make an account, and you can use it, and you can have multiple people work on it, and you can save a link for it. Like it works pretty well.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the commissioners? Any public comments?
No public comment.
All right, next, wellness subcommittee.
We've been focusing on seniors and are currently trying to plan a letter writing event. And right now we're contacting retirement homes and care facilities to see how many letters we would need to write and where would be interested. So we're sending out emails this week.
Any other questions or comments from the commissioners?
Are these letters for the seniors that you guys would be making, or for seniors to make?
It would be sent to the seniors.
Okay, sounds good.
Actually, I have a comment also. I know that there's this nonprofit called the Health Trust, and they have this like project called the Dear Friend Project, where they write letters like to the people that they serve, which includes seniors. So I know that like you obviously don't have to if you have other places that you're going to write letters, but that's also an option if you'd like to look into that.
Thank you for that suggestion.
I can also suggest that I know some other senior like letter projects have included like drawings or pictures from like little kids. And since I work with the preschool in Campbell, we can get lots of little kids' drawings if you want to include them in letters and stuff for them.
Sorry, I was writing all that out, but thank you all so much for the suggestion.
Are there any public comments?
No public comment.
Recreation subcommittee.
So right before Christmas break, we were able to put on our winter like box craft day. Reads, games, and crafts, and all the kids looked like they were having fun. And we're planning the next one for February 13th for a Valentine's Day craft box. And we're also I'm going to be reaching out to my committee to have a subcommittee meeting so we could plan more events that are not crafts. But.
Any questions or comments from the commissioners?
So you made the winter boxes before winter break, and then you're making on February 13th Valentine's Day craft boxes, right?
Yes.
Then anything else? Okay. Okay.
Any public comments?
No public comments.
All right, next, social justice subcommittee.
Social justice has its upcoming event this Thursday. It's the 14th from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and it's a poster making event in celebration of the Women's March. And then so it would be great if you guys could come to that, or if you could send that out to anyone. If you haven't already, we have all the stuff in the general chat. And then we're like loosely planning to do something in February for Black History Month and something in March for Women's History Month, but we haven't planned that at all yet.
Any questions or comments from the commissioners?
Okay,
Julie,
so-
do you mind giving us maybe Rebecca's email so we can ask her to post it on the library Facebook?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thanks.
I have a question. So you are doing, you're planning for more activities for the Women's March, and then also you're planning to do something for Black History Month. When did you say?
So Black History Month is February, so sometime in February, and we're not planning to do other events for the Women's March. We're planning to do another event for Women's History Month, which is in March.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Any public comments?
No public comment.
Okay, so that wraps up for old business. Next on the agenda is new business. So the first item underneath new business is the commission collaborative.
Yeah, so Drew, if you went to the first commission collaborative meeting, so you want to give us kind of a rundown of how that went and what was kind of talked about and stuff?
Yeah, so I got to meet up with the different commissions in Campbell. Did interact with a lot of like the chairs of each commission with Parks and Rec. There's like another one with the whole bike lane commission where they decide, what are the new trails we want to do, or like, different bike lanes we're going to plant. There's actually, we apparently had like an architectural commission too. Learned a lot from them. So most of these commissions, unlike us, they kind of meet like once a year, or like if there's something really important. And of course, these are like adults, most because we're the youth commission anyways. So in that commission collaborative, one thing that they all decided to was the fact that moving forward they like to have like a little bit more kind of like collaborative like commission events. So in the past we have worked with some of them. Like for civic engagement, we have worked with another commission for a job fair. Parks and Rec, we've worked with them for the environment subcommittee for some of our trash pickup stuff. But like one thing moving forward that like the common idea was like what are ways that we can have the youth interact with these other commissions to kind of see like learn from them and the other projects or events that we could possibly have to share with the other youth in Campbell. Sorry, I took some notes down, just trying to open that up real quick, like a little bit more about how that went. So give me a quick moment. Yeah, so like some other things are brought up in the commission collaborative. So there's a man named Jay Perini. He's part of the architectural subcommittee. So he kind of talked about like this new kind of role when it comes to like remodeling 3/4 walls and ceilings are removed, and like about new rules in terms of architectural. Because like I don't know if you guys know this, but ever since pandemic, there have been a lot more people doing construction in their homes now that they're able to stay at home and watch over things. And in order to do some big projects, people need permits. So what that commission does, they kind of work on what are the new rules for permits, what are like the different ways to reclassify what is a new building or a completely new reconstruction, because there are some laws people have to follow. So that's something that they work in. There's also the Biking and Planning Commission. So one recent project they did was establish a bike lane near the Campbell Park. They're also having two upcoming projects, the Harriet Avenue project, where they plan on putting another bike lane there. And then they're planning to do stuff near Forest Hill, where they're implementing trails. There was plans about it like a couple months ago, but I feel like they're trying to solidify that now. Parks and Rec, I don't know who the new chair is for that, because when that meeting happened, most of those people were like on their last day in their term for their respective commissions. But they, a little bit more background information about what Parks and Rec do. They oversee park issues and capital improvement projects. They always like replant trees and always check on the environment. And they have, and normally they're trying to come up with new projects rather than just having $2 million to build like another playground. They're trying to find new, unique ways to kind of, build more in Campbell that become a greater way for people to be involved with like kind of like Campbell Park, where they have these new trails and more greenery. And there's another person, Adam Bookbinder. He works. I forgot what commission he works for, Julie, but they're more like into the whole history aspect of Campbell. Some things that they worked on, like the parking problem, ways to fix the parking problem in Campbell. And one thing that he actually wanted to do, like a project he's working on, is like the history of redlining in Campbell. And he did ask me if it was possible, if we would be open to maybe working with him in like terms of looking into Campbell's past, understanding this kind of history, and kind of like uncover more, not really secrets, but I like to say secrets about Campbell. That way, because we don't have those kind of resources like straight away. But it'd be a great way for some of us to learn more about the history of like the city we live in. So yeah, that's kind of like a little long update of the whole commission collaborative. And Adam Bookbinder would love to talk with us. So I guess like one thing I'd ask for, like, would you guys be open to, having him come to the next meeting and seeing if he could share thoughts on share his work, more about his commission, and we could also ask questions like in the beginning of the meeting. So yeah. So yeah, any questions or comments from the commissioners?
Thanks for going to that, Drew. Yeah, that's really cool. I did not even know about a lot of those commissions and stuff. So yeah, Adam's really interested in coming to one of our meetings and kind of talking about what he does and giving us some of that background information. So I invited him to our next meeting on the 25th. And were there any other talks of like other events that are in the works right now, Drew, that they like want to collab with right now?
Most of them, most like the one thing that was really talked about were like some like just really the biking and planning commission that had like some big projects going on. But most of the people that came to the commission were just talking a little bit, giving background information about their respective commissions. Didn't go too much in depth in terms of like any projects they had. But they did want to know a lot more about the Campbell Youth Commission, so did plug in all our subcommittees, talked about like all the events that we did and everything. So they're kind of impressed with like everything that we were able to accomplish, even though we're on Zoom. But I think it's gonna be more in depth about future projects with the commissions when we have another commission collaborative, which I think is trying to be something implemented a little bit more often than just one time a year. So yeah, just awaiting for more information on that end.
All right, cool.
So I don't think there are any more questions or comments from the commissioners. So are there any public comments?
No public comments.
All right, the second item on the new business agenda is the Kindness Week.
Yes. So the cities of Cupertino and Saratoga, the same cities that we put Pizza and Politics together with, they want to collaborate on another event coming up that we're kind of calling Kindness Week, because I think it's like National Kindness Day is February 17th or 18th, I believe it is. It's in the middle of that week. So they had wanted to do some kind of collab event with all the cities, our 3 cities together. So this is what we kind of brainstormed. And we want to hear what you guys think about this and get some ideas from you guys also, because yeah, this is just kind of what we've brainstormed so far. We're thinking Monday through Friday, there'll be a different kind of theme to each day and something for people to do virtually or do in person kind of from a distance. So like it says here, it'll be Monday, will be kind of be kind to yourself themed. So we'll put out posts about like, you know, make a list of 5 things you like about yourself, or, you know, I don't know, different things you can do to have fun at home for yourself. Tuesday will be kind to others. So Saratoga is willing to kind of lead that one, where they have a letter format for people to send letters through to first responders or things like that, people in the community. Wednesday is Be Kind to Community. So we wanted to set up a food drive where people could come by, drop off canned foods and things. Thursday, Be Kind to the Earth, which is where we can do our trash pickup. We talked about this yesterday at the other meeting. So if you weren't here, we are allowed to do volunteer events. So that includes things like trash pickups. So I would love for our commission to plan to have a trash pickup that day. What day is that? The February 18th. I haven't decided on a time yet or anything. We can talk about times if you guys would rather do a morning thing or an afternoon thing. So yeah, Thursday will be kind to the earth. And then Friday, be kind to all. Cupertino had the idea of doing some kind of kindness wall where they set up like a really big piece of paper on a wall and then have people come and write kind messages on it. That's a little bit in the workshop process because I'm not sure, you know, how many people are going to want to come out in public and gather kind of like that. So we've been also kind of thinking about how we can do that virtually. So yeah, so that is kind of where we're at with those ideas. And then we're thinking people can post a photo each day of the thing that they did that goes along with the theme. If they post all 5 days, you get entered in a raffle. And then each of the cities is going to put together different prizes. So an idea I had was personalized hydro flasks. I would love other ideas of prizes you guys would want to win, or, you know, things you would like in the raffle. So yeah, I want to hear from you guys what you think about those kind of themes, those activities with those themes, and prize ideas.
I think for the kindness wall, it's a good idea, but let's say it doesn't work out because of COVID. Not many people would want to go and like be next to each other. An idea is you give a location like where you do want to put the wall. You have like the paper set up, and then people can put sticky notes onto the wall and like say something kind. I think that's a good idea. And for a prize idea, you could probably do like gift cards from like Amazon or like Starbucks or Phil's Coffee. So
Yeah, good idea.
Another idea for the kindness wall maybe could be like if people really don't want to, like I really liked Emily's idea also, but maybe like like I don't know how successful it would be, or if a lot of people would do it, but like encourage people to like chalk the sidewalk in front of their house or something, and then send pictures and then make like a virtual collage or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. I think having like an at-home alternative for the things that are outside, like the food drive or the kindness wall, would be really good. Also, I think for the prize, like a food gift card set would be cool. People like food.
Yes.
One idea I had for the kindness wall, like one way we could do it virtually, is maybe create like a hashtag people can use on like Instagram or like Facebook, if that's what they want to use. And you can like go to the hashtag and like see all of the people's like kind messages.
Yes.
One thing I'd like to say about the Be Kind to Your Community, I think the food drive is a really good idea. I also think it'd be good to encourage people to like go to local stores or restaurants on that day.
That's a good idea. writing those down. Any other thoughts, ideas,
A
prizes?
gift idea, or yeah, like a prize idea could maybe be like some sort of like self-care kit, maybe with like face mask or like lotion or something like that. I don't know, like that might be a little bit expensive, but if you're not giving out like many prizes, that could be like one of the bigger ones or something.
Yeah.
Kind of like Caitlin said, since it is COVID, you could probably give like a little like prizes like masks, like cute like design, or like hand sanitizers. I don't know. Well, it's COVID, so I feel like people would like that.
Definitely.
I think another option for the when you're riding a large family of first responders, like we did a thing with craft boxes, right? So like, could we compile like gift boxes for for like the first responders and teachers, and then we could like just pass them out like we did for the craft boxes and have people like make something and then just give it. That's one idea because I'm not sure how much people will be able to give gift boxes to, but it's an option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that idea. Gift boxes definitely would cost more though. And the craft boxes we do right now, we do charge a little bit to make them possible. So that's why we are able to do those. But I do like that idea though.
For teachers or like be kind to others, maybe if we could make some sort of like banner and then like have commissioners sign it and then ask if we can like put it at schools or I don't know, like maybe something specifically for the teachers, or like do something at the schools or something like that, because I know that some teachers are still like going into their classrooms and teaching from there.
Yeah, I like that. Any other ideas? All right. Well, thank you. I will, I'm meeting with Cupertino and Saratoga later this week, so I'll bring those ideas. And I know they were going to have meetings with their commissions, and I will update you guys on what all the ideas are that we came up with.
Any other questions or comments from the commissioners?
I think so. There, Drew brought up a car, like putting quotes on like was it people's cars? Is that what you said, Drew?
Or I think it's going off with Zara's idea of like, doing something where people put drawing or quotes in their windows, right? Like in their house, but we could also do like in cars where, whoever one would like to participate, or like when we do it, we could like, see if people are willing, or like we could do it to our own cars, kind of like a little project of where like, how like people like do like little fundraisers where it's like, we'll wash your car, right? Like to raise for this. We could do like, come on by, we'll write on your car window this cool message or whatever for kindness week. I don't know, that could be like an idea that we could possibly do. Like people just drive by with their families and then they see us write on their car window.
Yeah, or we can like that I agree with that idea, but I feel like since in that week all of us are going to be participating in some way, people who do have their own cars, or if your parents are willing to let you do this to their cars, you can get like the window pens and just write like a cute little message on your car window. So like when people do pass by, or like you're at a stop sign or something, they can like look at it and like know like it's kindness week.
Yeah. I like those ideas.
Any other ideas, questions, or comments from the commissioners? Any public comments?
No public comments.
All right, next is job fair.
Yeah, I just kind of put that on the agenda in case it didn't get talked about earlier, but I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page that everyone is going to try to pitch in because that is one of the bigger events. So I think everyone should try to, like I said, try to find one job opportunity in the area, and we'll kind of see where we're at next meeting and how difficult that's going to be to find. So that's all I really needed to say about that.
I don't believe there are any public comments, so the next thing on the agenda for new business is raised funds.
Yes. So because like I said, we've been charging a little bit for these craft boxes because our budget's very tight this year. So to be able to make the craft boxes happen, we needed to buy supplies, so we needed to charge a little bit. But they have been super popular and we have sold, a lot each time, and it's been great. And we've made a bit of a profit off of it. So we've made so far just about $300. So that's just from 2 craft box events. And we're planning to do at least like 2 more. So I wanted to bring this idea to you guys, what you'd like to do with these profits from the year, because these are profits that you guys made. They're the youth commissions. This is kind of up to you guys. We can, just a couple ideas that I had off the top of my head was, we can decide where we might want to donate it. We can do something nice for ourselves, throw a big Zoom party, something for you guys. Or we can also, another idea I had was making teen like wellness kits to give out during finals week. It could be more of a free thing to give out to seniors or high school, or just any teens in the school during finals. Just a couple ideas that popped into my head, but I'd like to hear if you guys have any ideas of things that you might like to do with that.
I definitely think, like, in my opinion, it would be best to give back. Like, and I don't know what we could really spend $300 on in like a Zoom party. I mean, I guess we could send things to like people's houses.
I'm sure we could find a way.
Yeah. But I think it would be great to like, yeah, like the ideas that you mentioned before, giving it to other people.
I had an idea where maybe we can support small businesses. Like maybe I don't know, but we can, if it's a small restaurant, then, maybe people can buy some dinner, or if they sell jewelry, you can buy some jewelry, just like supporting small businesses.
What if we supporting whoever was talking about like supporting small businesses, like if we could like buy gift cards from them and then like hand them out to like anyone in Campbell who like maybe needs it or like wants to use it like for their family or whatever.
I like that.
I really like those ideas, and also the idea of wellness kits, but I was also thinking maybe we could like donate it in some way to like the soup kitchen or like community food sort of like things to help with food security, because like I know a lot of people are struggling with food security during COVID.
I like all those ideas, and I feel like another one that possibly could we can do is since it is COVID and a lot of people are getting sick, we can maybe donate some of the money to hospitals and people who maybe need it for like food and stuff, or like just some like medicine or anything that they need that they can't afford.
Good ideas. Just writing them down. So if anybody else has thoughts, and this is just brainstorming, so feel free to just anything you kind of think of. We don't have to make a decision today.
I was also thinking that maybe we could hold like going along with a small business maybe type theme, and like getting maybe holding like a sort of raffle type thing where we can get like a few small businesses in, and they could like some restaurants could offer up maybe like a I don't know like we could pay them and then we can get auction I guess raffle off like a free meal or something like that, and then or and like some maybe like little other cute little things from other little shops and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Any other ideas, questions, or comments from the commissioners? Any public comments?
No public comments.
All right, so that wraps it up for new business. Time for the information only, so we can start off with calendar reminders.
Okay, so academics is having a book exchange or book reading. They're going to be having a subcommittee meeting tomorrow, and they're possibly going to plan a short story and writing contest. Civic engagement is going to discuss some ideas for coffee and politics, and they're going to be meeting this Friday. Environment is going to set down some dates, or they set down some dates for Jeopardy on 2/26 at 7:30 p.m. And their main target for Jeopardy is going to be 3rd to 5th graders and their families. Wellness is going to be writing some senior letters. Recreation made some winter boxes with little kids, and on February 13th, they're planning on making Valentine craft boxes and are planning on having another subcommittee. And then social justice this Thursday is going to be at 3:30 till 4 is a poster making for Women's March, and are planning to do more activities with Women's History Month in March, and in February they're planning to do more activities for Black History Month.
Any questions or comments or any day events need to be reiterated for the commissioners? All right, so I don't think there are any public comments, so we can go into what's around the table.
We had our first Femme Club meeting of the second semester at my school, and we talked about like social media and body image and stuff like that, and I thought it went pretty well.
Over winter break. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I got the job at Hollister, which is pretty cool. So I'm finally employed. So yay.
Over winter break, I watched Soul on Disney Plus on Christmas, and I thought it was really good.
I finished auditions for our musical, which is probably going to be virtual, which is Shrek today. So gonna see how that goes.
Over the break, I got a fish, a betta fish, and so did my sister too. And my fish's name is Master Mordecai, and my sister's fish's name is Lord Voldemort.
Over winter break, our parents wanted me and Ada, our parents wanted to surprise us with like a guitar for Christmas, but then Alexa spoiled it. So
I got polymer clay for Christmas, and I started making some earrings, and they turned out pretty cool.
What? Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I was gonna ask if that's the earrings you're wearing.
Those are not the ones I made these, but these are not the ones made out of clay.
I started drinking a lot more water because for a while I was only like drinking 2 glasses a day, and I know that's really bad for you, but like I got so lazy and I was like, oh, I'll do it late. I'll drink more water later, and I finally convinced myself to drink it, so that was good. And then I finally am actually doing something about, like I'm actually following through with my New Year's resolution, which I'm very proud of. And so like every day I write down something good, that happened during the day. So that way, when days get more sad, I can remember the good things. And yeah.
I finished. Oh, sorry. Was somebody else talking? Sorry. I finished most of my college apps over the break, which was a big relief because that was stressful. So I'm glad that's over.
I started journaling as well. So I've been writing a little every day. Like I just write up my thoughts or whatever mental rants I have. And then I've also been getting in exercise every day. Like I jump rope and then I go and do some yoga outside. And then it feels really good.
I got a dog. I'm sorry.
What kind of dog?
It's like part poodle and part something else. We don't know.
What's your dog's name?
Her name is Juno. She's sleeping right now. I would show you guys, but she's still a puppy, so she sleeps a lot.
Well, my brother came home for a couple days, which was nice seeing him, and I got to hang out with him at home.
So Simone's sister Lexi's back. So just before this meeting, or like at 6, I went and visited her at work with another commissioner from last term, Monacy. Surprised her. Monacy got ice cream. I got a cookie for free. So nobody tell Tin Pot we got stuff for free. But yeah, it was a great time catching up.
I got a new math book, so that was good. I also stole Drew's socks from Baylor. Like, Baylor University sent my brother socks, so I decided to steal those.
I painted these mushrooms. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm very proud of it. So I have it behind me in all my Zoom calls.
Oh yeah, that's another update. My brother kind of already said it, but I got my first college acceptance to Baylor University. So yeah.
I got a bunny a few weeks ago, and I love her, and she's super cute, and her name is Cookie.
Is she brown? Is she brown?
She's black and white.
Oh,
yeah. I think that was everybody. Did we get everybody?
Any final questions or comments from anybody? All right, then I guess it's safe to say I'd like to end this meeting at 7:50 p.m.